Good evening all. It's the 20th of April today. COVID-19 update. The death toll is currently up to 16,509. Terrible numbers. You can't even really, when I wrote it down, it was sort of difficult writing it down really. It was sort of an inconceivable number when you think about the individual lives, and then you think about it, just even the 509 is just it's so sad. And anyway, well, I shouldn't say anyway, but I've been in lockdown for 29 days myself now. Yeah, it is difficult. You have to sort of keep doing things, different things as well, trying to keep your mind moving from one thing to another. It's not healthy just to sort of sit and watch telly all day, even though you can't really go out, so that is difficult. But yeah, so the last time I did a vlog, I was in my bed. I was laying in bed. I just got up in the morning, and the reason I haven't done anything since then was purely based, well, not purely, but it was based on issues with recording. My phone's only got 16 gigabyte in total, and I just received a lot of updates over the 2 or 3 days prior to that video, and yeah, I ran out of memory basically, and was only leaving me enough to do maybe 2 or 3 minutes on a video, which isn't enough. I mean, uploading multiple parts, which I didn't want to do, so I decided against that. What was the thing moving on from there? Yes, I realised that I've got a webcam, so I thought, okay, let's use that instead. Did like a test video and kept getting this sound, and I couldn't. I tried everything I could think of. Sort of disconnected it, reconnected, uninstalled, reinstalled. Went through all the options for the microphone, speakers, audio in, out, everything I could think of, and yeah, I can't resolve it. I don't know what the issue is there. It's quite an old camera now, so maybe it's just one of those things. And then the other issue I had was trying to get an SD card for this phone, which I just managed to do today. I had to sort of drive around a little bit to hunt one down. None of the local stores had one. So yeah, back to recording now, back to doing vlogs, which I initially wanted to do. I was going to do one daily, but it's just not gone to plan. I've been very distracted by different things. Yeah, next thing I just quickly wanted to talk about, I've currently got it on in the background actually. I was just re-watching the fight, Conor McGregor's fight against Cerrone, Cowboy. What a sort of, 40 seconds, what a great fight. If anyone hasn't seen it, just sort of give you an idea of what happens. So, to come to the centre of the ring, Conor goes straight in for some kind of like Superman punch, and Cerrone just sort of they grapple, and then Conor does what I've never really seen before, and excuse me, with great effect. Starts using the shoulder, I think it's 3 hits to the shoulder, and hits Cerrone right in the nose. His nose is bleeding straight away. And they're still in the clinch, and then he pulls him down, throws a knee to the head, and that throws him off the clinch. I'm just going to run it through in the background. Yeah, so he's just landing three shoulder blows. They've pulled off from each other. Conor's tried to come in with a sort of stepping uppercut. Not really effective, hasn't really landed. Gone back into a clinch, no, not a clinch. They're just sort of touching each other's glove. Cerrone's just literally thrown a, I didn't really look at his stance prior, but a sort of a hook kick, or a roundhouse. And Conor's caught it with the left arm. And then Conor's returned his own hook kick from the same left-hand side, which has just caught Cerrone. It's caught Cerrone right there. His toe just bang, and it's just completely rocked him, and he's jumped in with a knee, missed, sort of blocked, and then Conor's on him. He's just punching him got him on the ground, he's hitting him up. Cerrone's trying to get out of it, he can't. And the referee stopped it. It's 40 seconds, just it's gone. I mean, Cerrone's no joke. Cowboy is no joke. He's a good fighter, he's a good all-round fighter, he's got a solid chin as well, but Conor has just walked through him. And I was watching the Nate Diaz fight, the two Nate Diaz fights with Conor the other day. Great battles, and then he's just sort of, then he steps into the ring and done the boxing thing with Mayweather, lost that, comes back, wants to into the UFC, wants to fight, what's his name, Khabib. What did he fight? Alvarez and that in between that, or was that? No, it was after, wasn't it? Yeah, but yeah, just okay. I've got to say, I didn't even know this fight happened. To be fair, I only found out about a week ago. I was massively into UFC for about a year or two, mainly because of Conor. I'm not going to lie. I do find him captivating to watch. He's very unique in his style, his movement. He stands out. He really does. There is a reason why he is who he is. So yeah, I just think props to him. I've only, as I say, I was sort of like lost the whole thing, what was going on with the UFC. Found out about this fight that happened back in January. Watched it and thought it's brilliant. Great comeback. I want to see more of him back in the octagon now. To be fair. He's one of my vices really, as much as I preach all about love and peace and coming togetherness. I do like the UFC and boxing. I have talked about that in previous videos. I do feel that moving forward we could make these fights much safer, much safer. Okay, you won't get the knockouts and the it does make it difficult if you put two fighters in body armour. You don't want, because this is what they're saying about boxing, isn't it? That the damage comes from the prolonged hit into the head, the amount of hits to the head. In UFC, guys are lucky if they can take sort of 5 or 6, especially in combination as well, over a period of time. Those light mitts, you get hit by them, it's a whole different world compared to being hit by, a boxing glove that has got much more softer tissuing and cushioning, around it. Those gloves are just leather pads, that's all they are, and yeah, when you hit someone with them, it is a different world. I left the window open, didn't I? That was a bit of a schoolboy error, I do apologise. My tower's really loud as well, so sorry if you're getting any background noise. So yeah, that was the thing on Conor. Next thing I wanted to talk about was receipts. Okay, now I could barely say that in receipts. So over the past few days, I bought a few items. I left them up on the side there. Yeah, bought a few items, and you just really think about this. These are just my little transactions. Think about this on a national and an international scale. Like, just like, okay, there's receipts for the SD card. Kind of need that in one way, just in case. But what I was thinking about that, now, if all our transactions are on debit, even if they're through cash, you're asked if you want a receipt. You say yes or no. It doesn't matter. They still print it either way anyway. So I just think that's just it's just such a wasteful system. Receipts in general, look, just like loads of them, unnecessary receipts, just for food and things that I'm going to consume, or silly little items like chewing gum or whatever. It's just so ridiculous. All that paper over nothing, What I'm trying to say is, just think about that, and on a sort of large scale, something like a tree needs to be cut down, then all the bark needs to be shaved, it has to go through a process of being sort of kilned and all that sort of whatever, not kilned, but it has to be treated and cut and all that sort of thing. Just think about it, and then all the pollution that creates as well, people processing things just to supply. It's a digital transaction, and if everything is almost digital, I know some people still do use cash, but most people use card, which is exactly what is the whole idea behind it all anyway. But if I have to return something, surely I should be able to walk in with my phone, get my transactions up, read out a number of the transaction on my account to the person at the till, they punch it into their system, it's like customer services or whatever, punch it into their system. That brings up my transaction, like the item I purchased. I confirm like my sort code or account number, one or the other, and then that is enough for them to turn and say, okay, yeah, you've got a 30-day return. This was the problem, sort of thing, and then just go from there. Well, that's going to be much better than just all this paper. It's just such a waste. We've really got to stop that system. We can't be using a physical, tangible thing to mark up a digital transaction. It makes no sense. I mean, and then sort of tailoring off of that, think about how much data there is in the world now with all the companies, the stock market, all the other. I was having a look at that plus 500 the other day. It's unreal. The commodities you can trade in. You just think all this money, all these little shavings of pennies moving up and down, and it's crazy. It really is. But yeah, just think about that. How many gas companies, not just the suppliers, but like the plumbers and whatnot, electrical companies, all sorts of. How many companies there are that do any given thing throughout the given world? Nothing's universal. You need to get a certain thing for a certain product, don't you? Like a certain charger will only go with a certain phone. These things should be universal. It's all about making money in that competitive edge, and it's just such a fucking waste. It achieves absolutely nothing either. It's all, I thought about, well, it was going off for a little bit. It was just a young lad on the radio, BBC One earlier, and he just mentioned it. It was just, they were doing like a little feature where you could come on and just have a random thought, and he just talked about money, and so we get paid this money, and and then we go out and we spend it, and we for other people to have a job to make those products, and they go out and they spend it, and he just sort of highlighted it in a very sort of basic, innocent sort of way of saying it, and it was, yeah, I mean, it was good that it was on BBC. It won't go anywhere, that comment, but it was good that it was on radio in the first place, especially like the BBC. So yeah, cover the receipts, Connor. Failed attempts of my vlogging over the last few days, as I did try to do some footage in the car, but that was just no good. I think I mentioned that, didn't I? I can't remember now. But yeah, I tried 3 attempts of doing something in my car as I was driving. I just wanted to have a little chat or just get things off my chest, so to speak. And the sound was just shit in all 3 of them, so I just aborted that idea. Then went to the webcam idea, and then had that sound issue there. And then I obviously needed to resolve the phone via getting an SD card, so that's all done now, which is good. Next thing I wanted to really talk about, I was watching a few films first one's called Rampage. This isn't the Dwayne Johnson films, is directed by Uwe Boll. And the main star in them is Brendan Fletcher, really good little actor. So, I shouldn't say good little actor, but he's a great actor. Rampage, Capital Punishment, and Rampage Prison Down. So there's a trilogy to them. I watched all 3. Fucking very, very thought-provoking. I might even add a link into, someone's done a little video. They put a little video together on YouTube of Bill Williamson, the character that Brendan Fletcher plays in it. And please don't think because I wear a hat and I've got the beard and I'm sort of resembling this guy, or I've got any sort of fixed notion to him, that I wouldn't even attempt to do what he's done. I don't agree with that direction. I would never follow that direction either. But watch the films, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's very, I don't really understand what the message is, to be fair. Or he's a mechanic in a small little American town. He's got a friend called Evan who's a YouTuber and is very sort of controversial. They have their own discussions with each other, and it's very much, Evan, you're all talk and all of that kind of thing. And he doesn't really seem to have an opinion though at that particular time. But as the film goes on, he's basically planned he's done something unbelievable. He's like rigged a vehicle with explosives, blows the police station up, goes on an absolute killing spree. There's little videos of him talking throughout the thing, and it's very well filmed the way they do it. But you've got to watch it to understand what I'm really saying. The way it's filmed, and he mentions about how there's too many people, and you kind of get the gist of what he's doing. He's going like a cleansing thing. He's just like killing people, and he's saying about old people and sick people taking up all the resources, this, that, and the other. But this is what I didn't get. He goes into a bingo hall which is full of the elderly, and I don't know. They're the only part of the town that he's been in where people are not running in fear. And he's just going around spraying people up, basically. It's horrendous. Some of the scenes in it are disgusting, but it's so well filmed. But yeah, he's in this bingo hall and he just toys with people, and they're like messing around with the ping pong, one of the balls, and eats a sandwich, and nobody notices him. He walks around in full body armour with a fucking helmet on, visor, breathing apparatus, 2 submachine guns. He's quite a smallish guy anyway. He's not a big, muscly guy or anything like that, but he's got such a screen presence. It's unbelievable for a small guy. And really, some of the looks he gives as well, just the eyes say so much. It's unreal. But yeah, you've got to watch these films. I don't really understand. As I say, I might put the link for somebody who's collated all together all of his. He does his like what I'm doing now, like little vlogs where he just talks about various subjects of what's going on in the world. Very thought-provoking films, but at the same time, it just goes down that direction of, well, his answer is just to fucking kill people, basically. And it just, it's very controversial. It's very sort of taboo, and you've really got to, give those films a watch. Rampage, Capital Punishment, and Rampage, President Down, directed by Yuri Boll, main star Brendan Fletcher. He's done quite a few things like Pacific, and he was like in a couple of episodes of that. Great actor, good film. It's filmed in a way where, the scenes of where you're in the kitchen in the morning with him and his parents, and it's not this typical films where she says one thing, dad says another thing, then the son says something. It's all into, the son and the daughter. Oh God, the son and the mother are talking, and then the dad just mumbles a little something. You pick up on it, and it's very, you feel like you're having breakfast with this family. Very, very well filmed. So, just a little bit of food for thought, really. And I'm just saying this clearly now to anyone who watches or gets any misunderstanding. I do not agree with what he did in those films. You can't do that. It's just fucking, who is anyone to decide you get to live and you don't? I'm just going to go around fucking spraying people up. It's terrible, absolutely terrible. Can't do it ever. So moving on from there was like one thing there, and I haven't looked into it. I've made I made a note on something I don't even really understand, but anyway. That is pretty much all I wanted to say in this segment. As I say, you could probably tell I keep them around to about 20 minutes anyway. I don't want to go on too long. I don't want to lose people. I was watching something earlier. Just a quick mention. This guy's on YouTube called Pipe Guy. Check him out, and he's really good. So he's just sitting in the middle of a town. He's got this custom-made percussion set, but they're made out of like drain pipes. Brilliant. And he's just got 2 flip-flops, and he's just making the most remarkable tunes and songs that you'll know, songs that you won't know. It's sort of like dance, chants, and a little bit of sort of commercial pop as well. The guy's brilliant, really talented. Pipe Guy, check him out on YouTube. Really fucking good. So just want to talk about the channel really, and it is still quite humble beginnings at the moment, very much so. I think I've only got like fewer subscribers at the moment, and I do appreciate anyone who has subscribed, and I've really got to push it. I'm sorry, it's the only way forward. I mean, I'm not going to be giving you anything amazing. This isn't a well-funded channel. I haven't got the greatest technology. I'm not the most technologically sound. I am going to learn things, and I'm getting a little bit better as time, progresses. But the main idea of the channel is very, very simple. It is purely just to start off with, to get 1,000 subscribers. So is it 4,000 hours or 420 hours or something like that of viewing time over 12 months, in order to be able to just monetize the videos, which pains me, and I hate I have to do that. I really do. But it's the only way forward. It's the only way I'm going to be able to get some money together. What I'm going to try and do is find out. I'll think on it. I'm going to implement something, put something in place where, at the end of the day, you're subscribing to me, and eventually that gives you. It's almost like you've invested in something without it costing you anything. You will be invested in that through just your subscription alone. And try and just pass the word, because once we hit that 1,000, it's got to go way beyond that, of course. But that first 1,000, like anything in life, when you're starting off with something, you're looking towards the first milestone, and that is that I've got to hammer that drum at the moment of just please subscribe, comment, like, all of that. As time goes on, when they get monetized, then I'm going to be begging you, please just watch 30 seconds of the ad, just so I'll get the revenue, and because there's all like terms and conditions to everything with doing this, So yeah, just keep the main goal, the main idea, the whole purpose of all of this is purely to acquire enough ad revenue so we can go out, purchase some land, and what we'll do is we'll build 1/8 of the city, because it's only replicated after that anyway. If you look at the Venus projects and you look at Jack Fresco's idea, that is what we're going to do it. That's what we're going to build. People can give some free time, or there will be money in the pot, of course. It'd be great if we can even get anything remotely. Think about like PewDiePie getting, what was it, £80 million last year. If we can get something like that, if we can get that kind of money, think what we can do with that. We're not going to buy the land, get the technicians and engineers. It all needs to be mapped out, planned out. The groundwork needs to be. There's a lot of work to be done. I'm under no illusions. This is a massive undertaking. Okay, but one more greater thing to be a part of, to say, imagine in 10, 15 years' time, the first city's already been built, and you can turn around to, well, it's not about ego, but just think about that in its sense of just that pride of, I was a part of that. I helped establish that first city, or the first 1/8 of that city, or whatever it be. Yeah, I can't. If anyone can come forward and give me an idea on how to build, I'm going to try and start. I need to start approaching people like London Real. I'd love to be in a position. I mean, the problem is we've got lockdown at the moment. You can't get out. I suppose you could do an interview over Skype, but why is he going to want to interview me? That's what I think that those kind of channels need to go down now. They always interview people. They always do the same people as well, to be fair. Joe Rogan Experience and London Real, they all interview Graham Hancock, David Icke, and all the Russell Brand. These people are just all, obviously they have their own individual various guests as well, but generally speaking, it seems that certain people just do the rounds, and I'm thinking, well, what about us out there, subscribers? Wouldn't it be lovely, wouldn't it be such a great thing to be able to go on to London Real and do your own interview with Brian Rose, and obviously if you want to, I'm not saying that everyone has to go on there, I'm just saying if you really want to, I'd love to be able to do that. And because it's, again, it's great, listen to people that go, find this in yourself, do that, do this, but there's no real ultimate plan coming out of it, which is what I feel that I'm advocate. Well, I feel that I'm offering that. I feel like I don't want to get egotistical about it, but this is my idea now. So what, if someone patents it and goes out and does it, fucking brilliant. It'll benefit me in the long run and the rest of us anyway. So I don't want to hold on to this idea that it's my city. And I've actually thought about the name, and I think City of Eden is, well, Eden, that's what we'll call it. It's called the City of Eden. And it's not a religious thing, it's not nothing to do with Christianity, it's just purely based on that thing of, yeah, Garden of Eden, and it's supposed to be a paradise, and that's what we want this place to be. It's going to be a, like, you know, heaven on earth. In not just in how it looks, but in the atmosphere within it, in the environment within it. It's going to be full of people with compassion and love and understanding, and people that just want to learn and educate and progress as a human race and don't want to give up on all this. You know, you come from there and I come from here, and you believe you like this football team and I like that team, you believe in that God and I believe in this God. It's just, all these things are there to just keep you separate from each other, and realising that you're my brother and sisters out there, all of you. I don't mean that in a sort of, you know, let's not go down that whole thing of, yeah, of course, I've been in relationships with human beings, so, you know, don't look at it too sort of, it's no fucking incestual thing, but just in extending it of everyone, love everyone like your family, you know, but we aren't blood related, that's the difference. So yeah, I don't know. I suppose what I'm going to start doing is just sort of trying to promote this channel as much as I can, commenting on as many videos as I can on other people's things that have got a good following, trying to sort of like having that thing of, oh, if you like that, come and watch my channel kind of thing. And as I say, I don't offer the greatest content, it's not but so what, if you want to go, you can get all your lovely videos from other people, you know, the ones that have got the visuals and the statistics and all of that, get all that from other people. I fully appreciate that, I do that myself. But in terms of, you know, signing up to something that, or following something that actually has a direction, that wants to achieve something, then yeah, this is the place to be. I will cover it much more extensively over the next few videos, and beyond really. I'm just going to keep, I will do videos about things, issues still, but generally speaking, the videos now moving forward will probably just be more hammering home, let's get this revenue together, let's purchase some land. I'll look into where the best, you know, the most appropriate land is in the UK to do this thing. I live in the southeast, so I want to sort of maybe keep it relatively close to that. The land here is quite expensive, so we'll have to have a look around. Might be up north, might be the best, but anyway, we'll look around, sort of inquire, you know, sort of so many hectares or acres of land, and then just go from there and see what we can build and construct and put together, and get people that are qualified in the area to come on board and, you know, make that happen. But it requires a lot of money, a fucking lot of money. So guys, get subscribing, push the word out. Even if the people don't appreciate the videos, just tell them to subscribe. I just need to hit that 1,000 subscribers. I think I've got 3, maybe 4, and as I say, I do really appreciate that, and I appreciate every subscriber. Okay, so look after yourselves. Yeah, keep healthy physically, mentally. You maybe use this time to start something up as well. That's the kind of message I've been getting pushed across from various channels and whatnot. But yeah, just be safe, and my heart goes out to anyone that's lost anyone to COVID-19. Alright guys, the preacher's going to sign out now, okay?